Hello, beautiful. How are you today? So today we are going to talk about, and it's so timing appropriate, I think, how to keep our makeup fresh in the summer heat. And it is hot this year. We've had a lot of heat waves. I know the East Coast is experiencing one now. Not too bad here in Northern California, but it's warm. And it's warm in this room. This room gets warm in the summertime. I have a lot of windows. Anyways, and I am Lisa DeLigori with Simple Beauty Minerals, clean, effective natural beauty, and a smaller, simple as well, a smaller, more personal brand, which you know by now. So today's topic follows the inspiration from a blog post that went up a couple of weeks ago called 6 Tips to Keep Your Makeup Fresh in the Summer. That's a long title. That's not exactly the title, but it's something like that. If you go to the Simple Beauty blog, you will find it. And that gave me the inspiration for this topic. And we're also piggybacking on last week's video, which was the fall summer makeup glow tan look. So they tie right in together. Okay, so let's see. If you are new here, please let me know. Say hello, say where you're watching from, and if you're live with me, send a heart, let me know you're here. Love to know your questions about what you have specifically. That's what's great about being live with me, is that if you have a question, a concern, an issue, or a tip, you can ask it right now and we can converse right here live. So we will get started. I'm just taking my notes. So today, the 6 tips are, I'll run through them, and I have a couple bonus ones that are not on the blog post. I should add them in later. One is wear a primer. If you have challenges with keeping your makeup staying fresh in the heat and the humidity, primer will help. Wear a primer. Wear powder foundation. Now, some women do better with liquid, and if it's working for you in the summer heat, by all means, our antioxidant liquid foundation is another option, or whichever liquid foundation is working beautifully for you. So, but if you are having an issue, try a powder, try it. Well, I won't go too much into that. Network connection, sorry. Connection, did I get it back? Connection available, yes, I love that. And I have a new one, which is a setting spray to introduce to you, and I have a long wearing nail tip, and I think we'll get started. So again, this is Lisa DeLigori with Simple Beauty Minerals, and we're talking about how to keep your makeup staying fresh in the summer heat. Please let me know you're here, send a heart, send a question, tell me where you're watching from. First one is primer, and right now I have just, what do I have on? Lightweight concealer primer on my lids. It's just powders, brow, and mascara. Oh, and a little bit of Perfection lip gloss, which we'll get to when we talk about sheerer colors for summer. So thanks for the heart. That's great. Thank you. And that is Patsy. Hi, Patsy. Glad to see you. Okay, so I'm going to start with primer. I am going to take, you can either use a big fluffy powder brush for your primer or your kabuki brush, whichever brush you use to put on your powder foundation. I just use the same one for my primer. I used to say have a dedicated one for primer and foundation. I don't think that's necessary anymore. Whatever works for you. So I've dipped it in, I tapped some into the lid. I swirled my brush around. I'm tapping it on the counter just to nestle the pigments inside, and I'm going to apply my primer. This will really help. I have a number of customers who may not need to wear primer in the cooler months, but they live in humid climates, and primer really helps. Now I'm wearing Embellish primer today. We have 2 primers. I'm gonna grab them. We have the Embellish, which is embellished primer. It has ingredients that help to radiate the skin so that it sloughs off. It's a bit of an exfoliant. It also has microprism micas, which are microprisms, very small, that give a bit of a glow. So you've got the illusion, but it's also doing some extra work. So super primer, and then you have our pure primer, which is basically really clean, pure primer, just 3 ingredients, and they both work great. You choose. I'm using the Embellish today. So I would also continue, I have my necklace on, and I'm already done down here, but I would go thoroughly onto my décolleté, as I always talk about. Then, so we've got primer that will help to grab your makeup on and hold it on really well. make sure to, if you have questions about it, you can ask me now, or you can go to simplebeautyminerals.com. Just put primer in the search bar and it will pull it up and it will give you a lot more information about that. So, powder foundation. So, I was talking to my friend Sherry this morning, and she was saying she was on the beach, and I was on a beach vacation, and women were pulling out powder foundation and brushing it onto their skin. So A, extra sunscreen. B, gives you a polished look as you're applying your sunscreen. So I love that. So why would you do anything else? So, and I have personally for myself 2 shades. When I need to, I wear, normally, let me back up. Normally, I wear neutral 2 in the Perfect Cover formula. When I need to, I bump it up to neutral 2.5. So I am going to go right into my foundation. I have some in the lid. I'm going to swirl my brush in. I'm not going to tap it down because I didn't get that much in the brush. If you find you've gotten extra in the brush and you can see the pigments on the top of the brush, then you would tap it in. But this time I didn't, so I will just get some more on the brush. And application for the mineral powder foundation is quick. Did you see how quick that was? You know, it's not, you don't have to buff and buff and buff, not with our powder. Okay, so I got some in, still not going to tap it in because I don't have an excess, and I'm going to apply more. Now, if I wanted more coverage, and I'm telling you, well, if I wanted more coverage, finish one sentence and then move on, Lisa. If I wanted more coverage, I would do another layer, but I'm feeling fine with that between the primer and, hi Lita, and the foundation. I'm feeling like this is fine for today. If I were going out for the evening, a special event, I might do an extra layer for more full coverage. And now, of course, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, powder foundation. I, for a while, was taking hot yoga, the Bikram hot yoga. Okay, an aside, I did not like it. I did it for 6 months, twice a week for 6 months, and then one day I woke up and said, I hate this. I hate this heat. So I don't do it anymore. But the point of the story is that I wore my powder makeup to the class and it did not sweat off. So if you can wear powder foundation and look good at the end of a Bikram yoga class, I'd say that is pretty good adherence on the skin. All right. And again, I've already done this, but I would come down décolleté for extra coverage. Okay, while I'm at it, I am going to bring up the topic of touching up in the middle of the day. I suggest carrying your compact with you during the day. We offer these. These are in the shop right now for 2 more days with the anniversary birthday sale. Today is the 24th and the 25th. For 2 more days, and then they go away until next year. This is the most fabulous compact. I carry it with me in my purse, and that's why I don't usually talk about it up here because it's always in my purse, but I made a point of bringing it and sharing it with you today. It comes with a puff, and during the day, I touch up. Why? I don't really need touching up, but I need extra sunscreen during the day. And I am a firm believer that helps protect your skin, because what? Sun damage up to 80. Some derms are saying 90% of the external aging is due to sun accumulation. So touching up during the day gives you an extra layer of sunscreen, even if you're applying a nice layer of sunscreen in the morning before you leave the house. So this is also refillable, and you customize it. When you buy it, you tell me which shade of foundation is your favorite. If you are a woman who wears Camellia foundation, you can ask to have us fill your compact with Camellia. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, that was just an aside. Okay, so powder, wear it as your concealer, because in the heat, some liquid concealers might tend to crease or just move around, and a powder doesn't move around as much. Here's a tip. If you just love your liquid concealer and it's working fairly well, a light layer of powder on top will help set it. Okay, powder, powder, powder. Concealer, foundation, and eyeshadow primer helps your eyeshadows stay fresh during the day as well. Okay, next I'm going to apply some bronzer. I'm going to use the Natural Glow We have several shades of bronzer, and I went over this in our last week's tutorial on the Fall Makeup Glow. So I'm going to use my very well loved Natural Glow bronzer. Now, this does not help your makeup stay on any longer outside of the fact that it is a powder, but it gives you that summer glow. So that's why I brought it in for us to talk about today. Okay, so I am going to go above my forehead where the sun would kiss me, sort of under my cheeks there. And you know what I realized? The color in my compact is too dark for me. I did not get that much color this summer, so I need to refill with a lighter compact, with a lighter color in my compact. There, that's better. I just buffed it out a little bit. Okay, so I probably don't need as much bronzer, do I? And then I'm gonna do a little contouring here with the bronzer and a little down my nose because the sun will kiss you on your nose. Another tip on the eyes here. I didn't get enough. Let me get a bit more. And it gives you a little color, a little sun-kissed glow, and it's an easy way to do your eye makeup. Okay, so bronzer. So we have primer, wear powders, even if you're wearing it over your liquid, bronzer, and then let's do some bright, bright sheer colors, bright and sheer colors. Let's see, what did I want to show you? A couple of things. So for eyeshadow today, I'm going to go sheer. I am going to use a big fluffy eye makeup brush, and I'm going to use Bliss. And because it's a beautiful sheer shimmer color. You can also see where I marked an eye pencil earlier. So Bliss I'm just going to use on my entire eye. So what questions do you have? And if you're live, you can ask me now. And see, I'm just going the full lid under brow all the way to the eyelash base. What questions do you have about makeup that maybe it's not working for you? It's not staying on. You can also ask later if you're watching on a replay. Please do #replay if you are watching this at a later date. And then ask your question as well. Okay, I'm going to tap a little bit more into the lid of Bliss. So any sheer color, you can do sheer colors for summer if you want that summer look. This is all up to you. You can do any colors you want, but if you're striving for a summer, simple summer look, you can do a sheer Bliss, or Pashmina, or Champagne. I'm trying to think of the lighter, sheer, shimmery colors. Let's see. Do you have a favorite? Let me know that too. If you have a favorite Simple Beauty Minerals eyeshadow that you love to wear as either a highlight and sometimes choose to wear it your entire eye, from eyebrow to eyelashes. And that's plenty for a sheer summer look. Now, what if we wanted to go bright? Oh, the other sheer, of course, I'm wearing the nude. No, it's not nude. I was gonna name it nude, but I decided that was boring. The Adore lip liner. I've outlined my lips and then I filled it all in. And then I applied Perfection Organic Lip Gloss on top for a sheer look. Okay, that goes with the Bliss and the glow of the Natural Glow bronzer. So do you see the feel? I'm just wondering, I haven't even looked up close. How is that looking? I could use a little. I feel like it's too light under my eyes. Maybe too much of the powder there I did. I don't know. What do you think? Any tips for me? I'm always open for tips. Okay. The other thing for brighter. Oh, we're going to get into nails. I think we'll circle back to brighter. So, another tip for keeping your makeup on longer is to use a finish powder. Okay, so I am choosing the Silk Finish Powder. I never know if this is upside down, it's backwards, so I'm just gonna turn it around and around for you. If you're here live, please let me know where you're watching from, and send a heart and ask me any questions. I'd love to know. If you're new here, please let me know that too. That's always fun. So I am going to take my big fluffy brush, big fluffy powder brush, and I'm going to use the Silk powder. Okay. This will also help everything to adhere and last longer. So you've got your primer, your powder foundation. Everything is going to just really, the adherence with the powders. And again, if you want to use the liquid first and powder afterwards, you've got really good adherence there as well. Works in the humidity, in the heat, and it looks darn good. And every layer is an extra layer of sunscreen due to the inherent ingredients. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are natural sunscreens. And that's what's those ingredients, especially zinc oxide, are what are in your mineral-based sunscreens. Okay, and it's just a beautiful glow and a beautiful look. It doesn't look like you're wearing too much makeup. It's a good, lightweight, simple summer look. Helps to keep everything locked in, okay? Now, that was your finish powder. That helps to set again. And I have something new I'm playing with. I'm looking for a setting spray. So I thought I would try the Young Living's setting spray. I love the ingredient base and it smells divine. Now, it's essential oils, and if you have a sensitive nose, this might not be the one for you because it does have a distinct aroma. But that said, if you like the sense of essential oils and you like using essential oils on your skin, which I think are very beneficial, specific ones, then this has been a fabulous setting spray. I'm going to play with various ones, but I wanted to showcase this one. So it gives a great glow and it helps to keep your makeup on longer, specifically in the humidity. Okay. It's a bit of a boost because of the essential oils. And let me put my glasses on. I'll read you the name. I am going to try a few setting sprays. I might carry this in the shop for a while, but I will put the link to it before I get around to that. It is called Savvy Minerals by Young Living Misting Spray. 2 ounces or 59 ml. So there you go. Wait, there we go. Okay. So I'm loving that. Again, experimenting with different ones. I used to have a setting spray. I couldn't get the delivery system right, so I'm taking a breath and I'm gonna work at that again. Setting spray, so that's your next tip. Now, nails. Summer makeup. Nail polish is part of the picture, but we want it to last. So, and bright sheer colors, bright and or sheer colors. So what I have on right now is Flora Good Time. I want to know the marketing department how they come up with these names, because I have to come up with names too and I'm always stretching myself. Flora Good Time. This is, I think, day 5, and here's a tip. If you're tough on your nails, and even with Color Street, which is known to stay on really well and up to 10 days, if you're tough on your nails and they still maybe start to come off on the edges, on day 3, a bit of a top coat. And because we love the quick dry of Color Street, I mean, I'll show you the colors in a minute. That's one of the benefits. What I love so much is that it's a quick dry, put it on, dry, done. Real nail polish, dry. You can use nail dry drops if you do a top coat on day 3 or 4, somewhere around there. And these help to dry the polish instantly and nourish the nail. So it's just another suggestion. Okay, bright colors. Fun. This one is called Hotlanta. I think I might try this one next. Or this one is Atlantis. There we go. There's something about that. Makes sense for summer. Kind of fun. So we'll see what I come up with next week. Maybe one of those. And so those are the tips. So I know that summer is tough for makeup. I hope you try some of these. If you do, please let me know. Come back around, #replay, ask me questions if you're watching this on a replay later. And next week will not be a live stream here as normal, but because I'm going to be in Arizona visiting family, but I may just jump on live poolside and say hello. And make sure you check out the blog post, 6 summer tips to keep your makeup staying fresh, something like that. You'll recognize it. And I will be around to check on questions that come out later, and I'll see you later. Thanks so much. Bye.